From Independence, Kentucky, it's Sports Without Boundaries with Eric Deters and his sidekick Nick Batista.
Welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. As you can see, I am not Eric Deters. I'm subbing for the birthday boy as he celebrates his 60th today. I'm Steve Cunningham here with the legend, Nick Batista. Nick, how you doing?
Good, Steve-O, good. Happy birthday, Eric.
Happy birthday, brother. 60. Hey, how about the Reds? I know things aren't going as great as they had been, but we are 59 and 55. This is still a far better season than anyone expected, and I believe we're a game and a half out right now. Any thoughts on the Reds?
They're tanking. They've lost 6 in a row.
That's true.
But they weren't due to be good for another year and a half, so they're fine.
The season's filled with runs, wins and losses. Yes, they've lost 6 in a row, but
exactly.
But who knows when they'll go on a big win streak. What about the Indians? How are they doing? Oh, they're not. Are they called the Indians?
The Guardians, but they're tanking. They traded away their best pitcher during the trade deadline and have proceeded to lose 3 out of 4 to the White Sox, 4 games back.
All right, in the thick of things. All right, go Redlegs. And I do want to comment one last thing on the Reds. Joey Votto at the age of 39, potentially in his last season with the Reds. I read earlier today that next year there's a club option, and they can keep him on board for $20 million, or they can buy him out and send him packing for $7 million. Nick, what would you think would be better? Pay him the extra 13 and keep him, or ship him for 7?
Logically, you send him away, but he's Joey Votto. I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and
maybe.
Man, that's a tough one. I mean, logically, they should get rid of him, obviously, but
you and the Bulldog can cover that another time. Let's move on to the Bengals. The Bengals schedule this year, as many know, we have 17 games we play in the regular season now, so that's unbalanced. This year we have 9 home games and 8 away games. And the preseason does begin this Friday night at home against the Packers. Any thoughts on the Bengals?
I don't like them. I mean, I'm from Cleveland, but I think they're going to do very well this year. They've got all the parts, man. And their window's shrinking. They better make it happen soon.
Good segue into the Hall of Fame game. Tell us about how you handled the Jets.
My hometown, Canton, Ohio. We won with backups. None of our starters played, but I was born there in the hospital right above, overlooking that field. Timken Mercy Hospital.
Very cool. All right, you're the only undefeated NFL team at the moment. Enjoy it while it lasts. Speaking of Bengals, how about Ken Riley? He played with us from 1969 to 1983. He was a part of the first Super Bowl team that played against the 49ers in 81, and he had 65 interceptions. I'm currently stealing from Nick Batista, who ran off all these before we had to cut. So roll with it. What else you got left? He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Right. He got inducted this weekend with a Cleveland Brown, Joe Thomas, but long overdue for Kenny Riley. Didn't he have a nickname, the Snake or something? 65 interceptions, man. What a great guy.
What a career.
And his family inducted him this weekend in Canton.
Congratulations to him, his family. Sam Mole, the 31-year-old from Oakland. Hopefully he'll help the Redlegs out. You know anything about him?
He's a left-handed guy out of the bullpen, and they needed one desperately because they had nobody.
Good. Recently, an article claims Cincinnati's nightlife is happening. You go down to Cincinnati ever and hang out?
If I go to a game, but it must be because my kids were all from Liberty Township, 25 miles away. Every weekend they're down there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the World Cup, we just got knocked out. The purple-haired people eater, Megan Rapinoe, didn't have her best. Farewell to her. Any comments?
I don't like to see an American team lose at anything. This team is very unlikable, man, especially her. I'm glad to see her go. But, America loses. We all lose.
Well said. Well said. Condolences to the U.S. team. Another great
A lot of people
season.
think she missed that kick on purpose.
Ooh.
She was laughing when she missed her penalty kick. It went completely over the goal, and she laughed about it.
That's what liberals do. They don't have much going on up here. They just laugh a lot. Look at our vice president. But anyways, Mark Jackson has been added to the ESPN layoffs list. What are your thoughts on Mark?
Oh, I like Mark. He's an Ohio State guy. Always liked him. I didn't know he got let go. Bummer.
Yep, a lot of layoffs. Now, Ohtani with the Angels. I think he's having an unbelievable season. He's probably going to reach 50 home runs. He's probably going to strike out 200 batters. What are your thoughts on Mr. Ohtani?
the best player ever. But, I'm not going to say that. Longevity means a lot, but I mean, the best season ever. It's got to be. So he's looking at $600 million, I would think. 10 years, $60 million a year. And that might not be enough.
I think the Bulldog thinks that he should be walked every time he comes to the plate.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear about your favorite son, LeBron's I promise?
Yes, I did.
Not too good at math, are they?
Math and science, nobody passed. And then the whole school? Oh, that's terrible.
Do better, guys. Aileen Hnatiuk and Jordan Cameron. Evidently, not only does Aileen have 2 children with Tiger, she has 2 with Jordan Cameron, former NFL retired player. I believe he played with the Browns, didn't he?
He did. I think he went to Miami after that. Incredible.
Yeah, he suffered with some concussions, which caused him to fall out of the league. So we wish him the best. Reds, Nick Krall. He is claiming that we're going to do everything we can to win now. So hopefully that's going to happen.
Well,
we'll see.
So far they've done pretty well, man. All the moves he's made up to this point have got him to this point. So,
agreed. What are your thoughts on the all Big 12 quarterback deckers of Iowa State? Got caught betting on games.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he'll be kicked out of football. You would think.
I don't know how it's going to play out. It's a bummer. These kids are constantly exposed to this. It's everywhere, and they're supposed to just never do it.
See, I told Eric, man, that this is going to bring sports down. This legalized betting. I mean, I'm no prude, and I'm a Vice guy. I like Vice, but this is not good, man. You're right. It exposes these kids. What are they supposed to do, man?
Yeah, we're going to see more and more of this, I fear. Justin Verlander, he's got 250 career wins, over 3,000 career strikeouts. He's back with the Astros. Is he going to help them make another run?
Of course. They will. I think I think the Braves are the best team, but they'll be in the finals with the Braves.
All right. Well, good luck to them.
Series, rather.
Good luck to them as long as the Reds or Guardians aren't there. Antonio Reeves was in my city, Cold Spring, Kentucky, this past Tuesday from 6:30 to 8 o'clock and had a nice time. Thank you for coming. Moving on to Luis Arias. I probably butchered that name, but the Marlins hitter that might hit 400. Last I saw, I thought he was hitting 375. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, he was over 400 and he's moved down, but you pronounce his name correctly, and I don't think he's going to hit 400. I don't think anybody's going to hit 400 again.
Tony Gwynn was real close in 94, the strike shortened season.
Sure
I think he was hitting 394 or something like that.
That's right.
And Tony Gwynn. Wow.
This guy's no Tony Gwynn.
Right. No kidding. And George Brett hit 390.
Yep.
In 1980, I believe.
How long ago, right.
And I remember John Olerud had a run at it.
Yeah. He was 385 maybe.
But yeah, Ted Williams hit 406 way back when, and that's the last time, right? 1941.
The same year that DiMaggio had the 56-game hitting streak. Imagine that year for baseball.
That is amazing. That is amazing. College football rankings. I am seeing Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Penn State, LSU. Who do you like to win it all?
The Buckeyes, of course.
He likes Ohio State. I like Alabama. I think Nick Saban's a man on a mission, getting left out last year.
He lost a lot of players, man. So did Georgia. I don't know how they're up there. It's because of Kirby Smart, maybe.
Yep.
And your boy in Michigan, he's got some problems.
My boy, Jim Harbaugh.
Hey, they're from up in my neck of the woods there.
Your boy, then.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, good luck to all those teams and a lot of pressure on
Except Michigan. No good luck to them.
Fair enough.
We hate them.
Hunter Greene, thoughts?
Yeah, hopefully he's not a injury-prone player, man. He's out again, but he's coming back the 20th, I heard today, August 20th. Yeah, he's got the stuff, no doubt about it. I like the kid a lot. He's well-spoken. He's a great kid.
UK's got a new recruit, Zvonimir Ivisic. Another 7'2", does-it-all guy, a Croatian.
There you go.
Do you know anything about him?
No, but I'm sure he's great.
We'll see.
Croatian, heck yeah.
We'll see. Do you know anything about Aileen Hnatiuk, the NFL reporter?
Isn't she like the hottest reporter?
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. And that's wonderful. And hopefully she knows what she's talking about.
Right. There's a lot of beautiful ones, but I don't know this woman.
Best wishes to her. Hopefully she rocks it and stays in the business as long as she would like to. Are you a fisherman?
Saltwater.
I'm not at all. I hear there's a largemouth record set in Kentucky, 14 pounds, 9.5 ounces.
Right. I saw the picture on Facebook, I believe. Yeah. Is that the guy right there?
Oh my gosh, you guys.
That's incredible. Yeah, 14 pounds. Wow.
Amazing.
Are you just doing the right story that she has the Guinness Book of World Records largest mouth?
Oh, no, we're not. That's right.
Come on, look it up.
I know that story. That she's
And
got the
this is-
world's
this
biggest.
Is not a dude. This is a chick.
Yeah, 4-inch mouth. Right.
Okay, I looked up the large. I looked up the wrong largemouth record.
But there is a largemouth mouse record too.
When I looked up largemouth record, the first thing it said was somebody just said it in Kentucky.
Oh my gosh, no, that's not it.
Oh, there's two
That's all
stories in one.
That's all right. So we start over and
I think it was a good-
funny.
I think it was a
I'm
good
not even
piece.
Sure I want to cut this.
No, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Here it is. Woman 33 who won the Guinness World Record for largest mouth reveals she has now broken a second record.
Right. So how does your mouth get bigger after years? Do you practice? Do you taking steroids?
She's got 3 million followers on TikTok.
Jesus.
go big mouths.
Of course, it was a woman.
But I think we just leave it. I think it's funny.
Okay.
Let's go on to Doritos.
Doritos recalls thousands of bags. Cross-contamination, soy and wheat. You like Doritos?
No, I'm not a snack guy, really. But I thought everything had soy in it. I didn't know that. 7,000 bags. Good luck to them.
I'm sure they'll be fine. Lively on the 15-day injury list. Looks like a pectoral strain. Hopefully he'll make it back soon. Are you a fan?
Well, another Reds pitcher injured, man. This is why it's so hard to win in the major leagues, man. They were great a month ago, and look, injuries just mount up, and you got to be able to bounce back from them. That's a big one, though.
Yep, get better soon. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. Did you watch the fight?
No, but I listened to coming down here the recap of it. That guy, Jake Paul, man. I don't know. He's the YouTube guy, right?
Yeah, is that amazing or what?
It's amazing, but I heard he's fighting tomato cans or has-beens or has-been not WWF, but MME fighters, not even boxers, right?
Will there be a rematch?
Well, he only got $500K for doing it, I heard. So I would think so. He'll fight anybody.
Let's move on to an all-time legend, Vin Scully.
No doubt.
Recently passed away at the age of 94. Our condolences to his family. He meant so much to the game. For me, I can remember when Kirk Gibson hit the home run off of Eckersley, and Vin Scully was just a part of that moment. I'm sure you've got other memories.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that moment you were talking about, but this is a guy, there's a few people in the world that God said, I'm going to give you a great life. And for 70 years, he got to watch baseball almost every day of his life and talk baseball. I mean, the voice of baseball, basically, I think. He did all the playoff games and World Series back when it was national, when you only could get it on one station. And, you know, when the Big Red Machine was there, he was doing games, right? He was the voice of that. So
An amazing career. Amazing career. What an icon. What a voice. Rest in peace, Mr. Scully. Drue Chrisman recently went to the hospital. Best wishes to him. Any thoughts?
He has some kind of disease from childhood, and he didn't reveal it, but yeah, I mean, good, Godspeed to him. Get back.
What about hush money Vince McMahon? Sounds like a search warrant, federal grand jury subpoena. Old Vince.
This guy's like the mafia, man. There's always something going on, and it's always involves money. So who knows what it is? He'll get out of it. Teflon Vince.
Well said. It'll be fun to watch. Now, the guy that usually hosts this show is a Cowboys fan, and it seems like there's a lot going on. So you got Brandin Cooks joining the team, talking about how great they're going to be. But then you've got Diggs and Micah Parsons, these studs on defense, going at Dak recently. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's us against them, man. I think the offense doesn't like the defense. And I didn't know Brandin Cooks went there, but that's going to make them better. Yeah, hopefully it's just men being men, testosterone and all that, and they'll get over it.
Only because it's your birthday, Eric. Good luck to the Cowboys this year.
That's the only reason, yeah.
Auburn. The bailout situation. What are your thoughts on that?
This is a crazy story, man. You know, this woman was going to have her husband hit. They've been together, sweethearts, since college, and all of a sudden she met a lover, I guess, when they were on vacation, and now he bails her out, which, you know, I don't blame him. But I guess the authorities talked about they weren't going to let it happen, and they talked to both of them, and they said, okay, you can bail her out.
You don't blame which part?
Love is blind.
I mean, I don't blame them, him for, bailing her out. I really don't. I mean, yeah, I think it was just a moment of passion.
Good luck to them.
Life will go on for him.
What about the 7-Eleven situation where the people trying to rob the joint got beat up and started crying? I wish I could have seen that person just to laugh at them.
I'm telling you, man. So who beat him up? The clerk or something? Or?
I believe so. They got what they deserved.
Yes.
We already touched on the Hall of Fame game with the Browns. Did you have any follow-up you want to mention toward the Browns?
Yeah, nobody got hurt. Big deal.
Very good.
Big deal.
Very good. We had a story recently about a crush at the age of 13 years of age growing into a marriage. And do you know anything about those folks?
Like I said before, there must be only 2 eligible bachelors in the whole town, because to be that dedicated for that long, I hope it works out.
Good luck to them. Now, Matt Jones, we touched on that before we got on camera here. And what did you read on the Matt Jones situation?
I read a lot about different Matt Joneses. Now, is this the politician who's trying to stop drag shows in Kentucky? I think is what we're talking about. Drag shows in schools, or being children exposed to it. It should be against the law, which it should be.
Agreed.
Doubt about it. But he's getting pushback, so good luck to him.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Talk about a shocker. How about Joe Mixon, the Bengals running back, having a lawsuit out with his name on it? Does that surprise you?
No, I mean, running backs get in trouble all the time.
Do you remember what happened with him in Oklahoma before he came to the Bengals? There was a video out where he took a woman down.
Yeah, I do. That's right.
I mean, he took her down.
The Bengals took a chance on him, and
he's panned out so far. Hopefully he'll get past this and have a good season for us. We'll see. How many guys are going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
What, this year, next year?
Yep.
I'm not sure. It's a different amount every year. I think there was 5 this year.
Okay, now is Darrelle Reeves one of them?
He's a finalist. He did get picked. He'll go in. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, they used to talk about Reeves Island.
Apparently that is a saying in the dictionary now. Huh. Being on Reeves Island is now a part of the American lexicon.
I'd say that makes you a big deal. I'd say that makes you a big deal. One of Cincinnati's best linebackers, Wilson, $37.25 million contract. Well-deserved. Hopefully he'll stay healthy for us. Any thoughts on Wilson?
Logan Wilson, man. They were looking at this guy in the draft. They were hoping he would drop to the 2nd round, and he did. And he was from Wyoming. I never heard of him, but, man, the Bengals all of a sudden have become a good organization. What happened? I mean, for my whole life, they were not good. Now they're...
Times are a-changing.
They are, man. They got a great defense, man. Their defense is the heart of that team, man. Everybody says Joe Burrow, the offense. No, man. Their defense is superb.
Proved it last year in the playoffs against the Ravens.
Man.
All right, we've got conferences in NCAA football growing rapidly. The Big Ten is up to 14 teams. The Big 12 is up to 16 teams. Recently had Oregon and Washington move. Utah and Arizona State move. What are your thoughts on all this?
Oh, man, this makes sense for football and maybe basketball. What about the women's lacrosse team? Are they going to come from California on a Tuesday night to play in Ohio State? This just, it's all about the money, which everything is. But I heard about 10 years ago that, I don't know who was talking about it. Eventually there's going to be 1 super conference, or 2 maybe, super conferences, because that's what people want to see. I mean, they want to see Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama. The SEC and the Big Ten will be the football conferences, I think. But
agreed.
it's silly, man.
Agreed. Recently, a former member of the UK Wildcats basketball squad that led us to a 2012 national championship, Anthony Davis, at the age of 30 years old, signed an extension, $62 million a year. So he's making more than $1 million a week. What are your thoughts on that?
They gave him a max contract. I can't believe it. I mean, he had the talent earlier, but not now, man. To give that guy $60 million a year.
And he's injury prone.
He
what he's
is,
doing as
man.
Of late, and I wish him well.
I
but
loved him at UK. I thought he was going to be, he's a great player, but come on, man.
Did you read the story about Dolly Parton when she was younger and coming up, and she was at a hotel and stayed with her good friend, and they thought they were prostitutes?
Yeah, I did see that a couple months ago or a month ago. Yeah, and we're going to kick him out of the hotel. What happened there? Did she draw a gun on the guy or something?
I believe she pulled it out. She exercised her Second Amendment rights.
And
I'm thinking that's why the Bulldog put that in there, because we couldn't figure it out.
Okay. Most Christian woman in the world. Prostitute.
We're going to move on to Bryson DeChambeau, because we already talked about Sweden versus U.S. earlier with the missed penalty kicks. But Bryson shoots a 58 today.
I mean, I watch a lot of golf. I mean, every tournament on Sunday. I never watch Liv. Some things bother me about Liv. But this guy, in the pouring rain, made birdie the last two holes on 35-foot putt to end it. I mean, it was the most incredible round I've ever seen. I mean,
he's like a technician. He is,
and when he's on, you're right. You're the golf guy.
When he's on, he's on. You're right. And today was a great example of that. Back in the 2020 U.S. Open, the guy won by 6 shots. He was the only one to finish under par when he finished at 6 under.
Right.
So when he gets it going, it's impressive. And when he doesn't have it going, it's not very impressive.
Yeah,
but anyways, what a round. That's the fourth one in the history, to my knowledge. Jim Furyk, I remember shooting one a while back, and a couple other guys. So 58, that's amazing.
Apparently 57 is the record.
All right.
That it?
Any closing notes? We covered 117 topics.
Football starts for real next week. Preseason, but we'll call it real. Yay!
Oh, I have to do this, you
I'll do
said?
the paper.
All right, and I throw it over there. All right, good seeing you. Happy birthday, Bulldog.